I am sure this whole situation can be turned into a more interesting direction, the boss continues, and Jungkook frowns incomprehensibly. I really don't understand what you're talking about, sir. Come on, he chuckles. You understand everything perfectly. You do it for those men after you strip in front of them in private rooms, don't you? He raises an eyebrow, with a clear pleasure and superiority watching a blush breaking out on a young face. Pardon me, the boy resents, arching his eyebrows. You seem to be confusing something, Mr. Kim. I don't do anything but dance. Really, he lets out a chuckle as he leans a little closer to Jungkook, and the boy tries to pull away, but instead touches bareback the cold wall. Jungkook breathes heavily as the man presses him against the wall, icy long fingers caressing his cheek. So you mean you just undress in front of them, baby cookie? Are you saying that after that you do not get down on your knees to let them you off, Mr. Kim? The man touches his lips with his fingers, calling for silence, and Jungkook, whether from fear or from something else, immediately obeys. You want me to believe that they are paying so much money for you to just undress? I have seen the checks these men leave, Jungkook. And I know that in addition to that they also leave you a lot of cash. And you think I, in my right mind, am going to believe that none of them has ever touched you? I don't know what information you have, Mr. Kim. Swallowing, Jungkook clenches his jaw and lifts his chin, looking into the man's green eyes. But I do not sell my body, okay? I just dance. For that much money, it's not me who sets the prices, Mr. Kim. Jungkook tries very hard to sound confident, but inside he almost collapses, feeling this pressure and how small and insignificant he is compared to this man. You know the answers to these questions better than I do. It is you who are responsible for the policy of the club where I work, and not the opposite. And yet, the man narrows his eyes slightly, and the grin is again on his lips. You are standing in my private bathroom, in my office, which, please note, was closed, and trying to point me on my work. I am not trying to do anything like that, sir. And there was no subtext in my words. I really just dance and then get paid for it. And it doesn't oblige me to perform services for you or any of the guests, okay? And if you need something like that, I can give you the names of those who can help with your problem. Do you think I need to pay for? Lets out a chuckle again as he approaches the boy's face, and Jungkook reflexively leans back until the back of his head hits the wall. I can have it without money. Well, then, go ahead and have it. Jungkook shrugs, trying not to look away first, and sees Mr. Kim play flexing his sharp cheekbones. I don't have to do anything for you. I can just not let you out of here. You know, no, you can't. Jungkook shakes his head confidently, hoping his words might make this fact true. Yet Tae-hyung draws, grinning. And why are you so sure? At least because I appear on stage several times and do 5 to 10 private dances a night. Jungkook licks lips that are dry from anxiety. And you would be a fool to lose so much money just to prove that you can lock me in your office. You'll be a fool, Jungkook, if you don't stop looking for anger and dismissal. An inner voice echoes him, but Jungkook, as it is already known, is bad at keeping his mouth shut. Are you going to teach me? Tae-hyung snorts, still watching him, and rests his hand on the wall near the boy's head, leaning a little closer to his face. Teach? Me? I don't teach you, Mr. Kim. Let me change and do my job. My turn is coming soon. Your turn will come when I say. In that case, you'd better go and explain this to all those men who are waiting to see me on stage. Sir? Jungkook lowers his head, feeling his boss's hot breath touch his face. The boy is scared, but tries not to show it. It is like Tae-hyung can actually smell his fear, like some kind of predator. Well, if this is a hunt, then Jungkook does not seem to come out a winner. He does not lead the game. Such a dirty. The man chuckles, placing his hand lightly around the boy's jaws without hurting him, and lifts his head, forcing him to look at himself. You do understand who you are talking to, right? I can fire you right now. Or I can buy you. You got the wrong information again, sir, Jungkook hisses, trying not to lose his pride, even as he stands here almost protected by only a towel, and the man's hand clenching his jaw. I'm not for sale, oh, baby, Tae-hyung shakes his head, grinning. Anything can be bought. The price is the only question. In that case, Mr. Kim, I have to say that you do not have enough money. Jungkook snarls through his teeth, looking into the green eyes and trying to convince himself that he's not afraid of him. Lie. Tae-hyung leans in a little lower, squeezing his jaw tighter, and almost brushes his lips against his without erasing his grin. Name your price. Screw you. How about this price? Tae-hyung laughs, shaking his head, and his other hand, which was previously resting against the wall, falls on the boy's bare waist. His pinky touches the edge of the towel. He squeezes his hand, digging his fingers into the freezing skin. Why are you shaking like that? Baby, I'm cold. Want me to warm you? Still screw you, Mr. Kim. I like it. You like it acting like you are unaffordable. Do you want to play? I want to go to work. Tae-hyung digs into his side harder and squeezes the boy's jaw tighter, pulling his face closer. He lowers his tone and sounds cold. Your work is to do what you're told to, is it clear? I'm still your boss, not the other way around. Enough that you allowed yourself for today, don't you think? I'll not let you overstep the boundaries. Overstep the same way as you're overstepping mine right now. A smirk touches the man's lips and he licks them. Believe me, I haven't overstepped anything yet. I am just testing your boundaries for now. You'll get tormented testing, sir. Tae-hyung plays with his jaws, grinning, and is about to say something, when they both hear the office door open. Jungkook and he whispers uncertainly from behind the bathroom door, then he scratches at it, not daring to knock. Are you there? Tae-hyung leans to the boy's ear, running his tongue over the earlobe. You want to play unaffordable? We will play. But do not overact so that not to enrage me. Jungkook swallows hard, shaking, and the skin where the man's hand is still around his waist feels like on fire, along with all his insides. Hand when Tae-hyung exclaims, raising his voice with a smile as he backs away from Jungkook and moves resolutely towards the door. Why are you standing there, my dear subordinate? He opens it, smiling broadly, and sees how fear is displayed on the guy's face. Is something wrong, Mr. Kim? Good evening. You didn't say you'd come today. I'm sorry, I didn't. It's not what you thought. Believe me, to be honest, I do not care. The man puts his hands in his pockets, shrugs and sighs, watching the administrator with a grin. Have the bathroom cleaned. And make sure our dear dancer does his job well today. He grins a little brighter, looking back at Jungkook. On poor, small, pale Jungkook, who is about to slide down the wall, unable to remember how to breathe again. He winks at him, licks the corner of his lips and turns back to Andy. I came for the documents. And if I find out that you go to my office once again, you will no longer find any work in this city. Is this clear? Absolutely, sir. Andy nods subtly, folding his hands behind his back and lowering his head, letting Tae-hyung back into the office. He glances at Jungkook, who is still trying to figure out if he is real, and silently asks what happened. But Jungkook, unable to get any explanation out of himself, only shakes his head, whispering a short later with his lips. Get dressed, okay? Andy nods uncertainly. Your turn is in 15 minutes. Jungkook nods and Andy closes the door, leaving him alone. What the hell has Jungkook gotten himself into? The game? Did Kim really say we will play? Well, Jungkook is probably dead. A walking corpse to be, in risk losing his job and possibly his last drops of self-confidence if he runs into this man like that ever again. Jungkook stumbles into the dressing room, throwing away the jacket he took from the stage, and begins to unzip his shorts. Have you seen it? Yoongi laughs, nudges him on the shoulder. This guy has been coming to see you for so many nights. He's definitely crazy. I don't care. Jungkook shrugs as he pulls off his dance shorts and quickly replaces them with his regular boxers. Every time he orders a private, I worry his heart will stop when I take off all my clothes. Respect the old age. Jungkook Jackson bursts out laughing as he collapses onto the couch. Maybe the man decided to hang out before his death. The main thing for him is to not kick the bucket on my shift. Jungkook lets out a tired chuckle, standing by the mirror. Hey! Hey EIA, and he calls out to a girl sitting nearby. Do you have any more makeup remover? I'm out of everything I had. She nods, looking up from her phone, and clamps her cigarette between her teeth as she roams the table. Finally, she hands the bottle into Jungkook's hands. We need to tell Andy that it's time to buy a new batch of all this shit. We're out of everything and this jerk doesn't even itch. Jungkook decides to tactfully remain silent, only as a sign of respect for Andy's help earlier in the evening, if the fact that Jungkook got on Mr. Taehyung's bad side can be called help in the end. But anyway, he thinks, the guys are right, and they really are running out of everything that they use on an everyday basis. Jungkook pours a small amount of the liquid onto a cotton pad as he begins to wipe off the makeup from his eyes and the powder from his face. And then, taking out another large pack of wet wipes, he quickly wipes the sparkles off his body with quick, polished movements. Hey, Jungkook. Mi appears beside him, throwing her arm around his neck. Me, he smiles wearily, meeting her eyes in the reflection of the mirror. Everything is fine, yeah. But I'm as hungry as a pack of angry dogs. Can we stop by 7-Eleven on the way home? Our fridge is empty. Haven't you been making mac and cheese lately, huh? You hope. She clicks her tongue. I'm sure it was either Yeonjun who ate it when he was high, or Moz when he was freaking out with another hangover. Jungkook nods knowingly as he finishes wiping the glitter. Okay. I wouldn't mind eating. And a couple of energy drinks before uni. Damn, is it Thursday already? It is already Thursday for 7 long hours. Love, he chuckles. Sometimes I feel like you're immortal, she laughs, thinking about how Jungkook, unlike everyone else, seems to have way more hours in a day. Otherwise, how does he manage to do so much? But okay. We make it, right? Yes. I have to be on campus by 10. Theoretically, he takes his phone from the table, trying to see the time on the broken screen, and squints. If we move out right now, we will have time to go to the market and even have breakfast. And then at a fast pace I wash this night off, get into my clothes and run to the subway. Sounds like a plan. Me nods at him, smiling. Okay, then I'll change, and we can go. Jungkook gives her another short smile and, after throwing all the used tissues in the trash can, goes to get his clothes to change. Old jeans, slightly worn sneakers, a t-shirt, a hoodie, jacket on top. All this becomes a pleasant personal refuge after he undresses all night long for people who are never really attractive to him.